Can you tell I'm feeling myself and my makeup? Cause I am. Hey you, what up? Welcome to my channel or welcome back. I'm Maryam. In today's video, I'm gonna be going over the new GOSS palette, the Pearl Moonstone Luxury Eye Palette that GOSS just came out with. He also came out with 2 pencil liners that I will be using to create this very fabulous look that you see on my face right now. But just because this look is fabulous does not mean that this look was easy for me to put together. So make sure you watch this video in its entirety for a full-on Team Truth style review as always and per usual. Remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see all of my Wednesday and Sundays videos. And now let's get to it. GOSS Luxury Eye Palette in Pearl Moonstone. Is she worth it? Let's find out. Okay, so we already know that this palette is gorgeous. I said so in my previous video, or the previous video, the drunk unboxing with Lee. As soon as I saw this, I knew I wanted to review this because it's just my colors. This speaks to me. It's so pretty. I love the peachy shade and I love this glittery, shimmery, teal, navy shade. It's just so complex. And honestly, I actually think that a gray smoky eye is even more sophisticated than a black smoky eye if you do it right. So today I'm hoping to do that right. Let's see. This palette is $55, 6 shades, 16.2 grams or 0.57 ounces. The Luxury Eye Palette, Pearl Moonstone is the name. Sizable mirror, very sturdy, high-end packaging, I would say. Also, with this Pearl Moonstone collection, we have 2 pencils. So these are the Essential Eye Kohl pencils in the shades Blue Sapphire and Deep Amethyst. These are made in the Czech Republic, and the eyeshadow palette is made in the United States. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna swatch these 2 pencils. Ooh, it's gorgeous actually, wow. Very, very, very creamy and pigmented. Each pencil is $14, or you can buy them as a set for $28. So 14 times 2. Isn't that 28? So I guess if you buy them as a set, you're not really saving any money at all. But I guess you would save money if you buy this entire set for $83. So that would be the $55 palette plus the 2 pencils at $14 each. So that is 55. Alexa, what is 55 plus 28?
55 plus 28 is 83.
So you're not really saving anything if you get a bundle deal. I guess that's just how it can be sold. Maybe there's like a quantity thing. I don't know, but that's really interesting. But anyway, these products are available on Beautylish. I love Beautylish, and I really did like GOSS's original luxury eye palette. It was a much more wearable combination, also a lot more warm, something that is very natural and neutral looking for every day. But this one I am just clearly more drawn to because I think this has some drama. Anyways, today I'm going to be doing swatches on my own arm because there's only 6 shades and I feel like we should give the swatch model a little break from time to time. All right, so I'm gonna go from this peachy shade at the top. I'm wondering if this can also be used as a highlighter. Just gonna dip my finger into it. This is really, really lovely. I am loving that gray. Dipping into that black. Holy smokes. Bit on the chalky side, I will admit. And there's definitely some fallout on my desk here from the swatching. Next gray. There we go. And let's swatch the final 2 shades. Ooh. So this one here is a similar formulation to that peach. Really, really creamy. Wow. And last but not least, we've got that beautiful, gorgeous, sparkly teal. Now that is chromatic, and that is making me feel all the feels right now. Look at that swatch. That is promising. Here's the full story. Gonna wipe those off. Let's see if they stain. Definitely a lot of sparkle from that teal eyeshadow. Pencil's looking really promising though. Alrighty, so now that we've done all that, I think I'm ready to apply and create a look and test out this eyeshadow palette even further. This packaging, as nice as it is, now that I have my fake nails on, it's a little bit difficult to open up. Ugh! Oh my god, like it's annoying, you know? Okay, just gonna keep it open for the duration of this video. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is prime those lids. Oh, can you guys tell? I cut my hair. I went even shorter, even sassier. My hair is not really done for this video, but it looks so cute when the hair is done. Can't wait to show you. All right, plopping that primer onto the lid, mainly specifically in that fold area and also in that outer corner. So I have a little bit of foundation on my lid already, and you can see how it just like bunches up in the inner portion of my fold. That's usually what my eyeshadow looks like if I don't apply primer. So I absolutely always must hit up this area here. Basically that little extra skin that folds into my crease. I think for today's video, I'm actually gonna utilize the mirror that's in this palette because it's so nice, such great quality. I can see deep down into the realms of all of my pores. Let's see, what can we create? I obviously want to test out all of these colors. I feel like they're all very worthy of today's test. I'm gonna take a small little brush, really tiny, like chisel, flat, fluff brush, and I'm gonna dip into this black. I wasn't gonna go for black smoky eye, but it's not gonna be a full-on black smoky eye. What I'm gonna do first is add this black to my top lash line, starting from the corner and kind of just winging that baby out. So I'm packing on the color with that little brush, using the tip or the edge to flick it up, create that sort of wing, and I'm also gonna thicken this area so you could still see it when my eye is open. I'm really liking this black so far. As chalky as it felt during my swatching, it doesn't feel chalky at all right now upon application. There's virtually no fallout, which is unheard of for a black eyeshadow. And it also feels very richly pigmented. It's adhering really well to the Fenty primer, and it's also blending out really easily. So you see how I applied most of the pigment right here, but then I kind of kept everything else soft and smoky? I mean, I did everything with just this one little brush. And trust me, it's not the brush, it's the eyeshadow, because this brush was probably like a free brush that came with like a monthly subscription box or something. All right, so far I have this elongated shape. I'm gonna try to attempt to copy that on the other side. Whenever it looks perfect on one eye, usually never ends up looking perfect on the other eye, but I have a feeling I can master it with this eyeshadow because it just feels so flexible. I think the key here is to grab a little bit at a time and then build on it. You guys, I had such a long day today. I can't even tell you. And I am so exhausted. I'm pre-filming this video earlier than my usual scheduled shoot day, and that's because we have a short week due to Thanksgiving. But because of the short week, these past couple of days have just been feeling tremendously long to me. I've had so much to do. I had so many Zoom calls and phone calls and so many emails. I've been productive, but I'm also just feeling so overwhelmed and so stressed. I don't know about you, but the holiday time for me is always a weird sort of moment in the year. It's like every outlet out there is telling you to be happy. There's all this Christmas music playing, there's all these family commercials also telling you to be happy and to be with your family and to enjoy and to be thankful. But what if you're depressed? And what if you're just not happy? You know, like all of those constant reminders kind of just like exacerbate the feeling that you're already in if you're not in a festive mood, for example. Comment below if you guys hear what I'm saying. You know, I haven't had the easiest time these last couple of weeks. It's been a little rough. And so now that the holidays are here, kind of just like feeling that tension a little bit more. Like there's almost this pressure to be happy, to put on a happy face, to smile for the camera, you know? But I'm here to tell you that I ain't no bullshitter. And yeah, I'm gonna have my happy moments like drunk unboxings with Lee. But let me tell you, not every day is a piece of cake, and not every day is gonna be easy. Just wanna let you know that you're not alone, and you can talk to me, and you can DM me, and we can share, and we can be here for each other. I'm really liking how this like first initial step turned out. I feel like it looks very chic. The next thing that I want to do is pick up a different brush and test out a different color. I'm thinking I am really into this gray here. Of course I dinged it. When and how, I can't tell you, but I dinged it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start kind of overlapping this color with the black and just tapping it and pressing it onto my lid. So right now I'm staying on the movable part of my lid, kind of below the crease. And on me, this almost looks like a really dramatic cat eye. If you have a much larger lid space than I do, you know, yours will look like almost like a 70s cat eye. So just make sure that whatever you do with your eyeshadow, you're working with your natural features and you're doing what works for you. I'm kind of just like here to give you an idea, just to guide you on how to create this look and show you how these colors inspire me. Another thing to note about these eyeshadows is that They are formulated to be very forgiving on textured skin and especially on mature skin. In fact, one of the models for the promo behind this eyeshadow palette is a mature woman. I'm gonna pop up a picture of her right here so you guys can see how gorgeous she is, and the looks are just like perfect for her features. She has such a beautiful lid space. It's giving me ninja vibes, like perfect with a mask. I'm liking it. There was a pinch more fallout with this shade than with the previous black, but they're not sticky, and so I'm able to flick them off rather easily, which is great. Next thing I want to do is hopefully find a clean brush here. This one will do, Trend Mood X Sigma E25. And what I'm gonna do now is just erase a bit of this gray here. I want it to be just a pinch softer, you know? Not so much going into the black, just kind of erasing the gray, just like that. All right, that's cute. Then I'm gonna grab another brush, just like a little no-name concealer brush, and I'm gonna grab this super shimmery gray shade. This is the shade that I want for the inner portion of this lid. I'm gonna add that right here to my inner tear duct, kind of just like surrounding the tear duct, and then also overlapping over the previous shade. I see a bit of sparkle, but I feel like this color will probably be applied best with my finger. So I'm gonna attempt that, and that is indeed better, but there is some fallout. This is a gorgeous shade. It lays so beautifully over bare skin, like over here in the inner corner and kind of in this little inner eye socket area. Just so stunning, wow. And I will say here is where I have that textured skin that I sometimes talk about. I'm noticing that although this eyeshadow is shimmery, it's not really emphasizing that texture too much. In fact, it's kind of actually working with it. It's smoothing it out. That makes me really happy. Next up, oh, look at me. I have another chisel fluff brush. I'm gonna go for the lighter gray shade, this one here. I'm gonna kind of just plop it here and just like complete this whole look. Add it wherever I feel like I just need a little bit more matte. I'm gonna go back to the Trend Mood Sigma brush, dip into the same lighter gray shade, just like a smidge, not too much, because as we can tell, these eyeshadows are very pigmented, but I still want to keep this dark outer corner. So what I'm doing here is just buffing in a bit of that, like a tiny bit of that, but I'm not trying to smoke out the black. I'm literally just trying to add a little bit of that gray color and just to make them both work together. Does that make sense? I hope so. Basically, I'm just adding this lighter gray shade right underneath my actual eye socket, but above my crease. And I'm blending them into each other and kind of just subtly smoking all of that. Grabbing that little fluff brush again. Calling it a fluff brush because it's called a small chisel fluff, even though it's totally flat and not really very fluffy at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna re-emphasize that black in the outer portion. I'm gonna re-emphasize that edge, and I'm gonna just flick out that black a little bit more so there could be a better transition or a better blend between that gray and that black. Now you absolutely don't need to do that. Like if you want a sharper kind of edge, you can totally keep it sharper. I just want to show you the possibilities. So kind of like that. When I close the eye, you could still kind of see that edge, but you can also see the smoke. And then I'm gonna just take my brush one more time and then one more time go over everything. Essentially, the technique that I'm showing you here is something that is really easily done when you put on a piece of tape and then you peel it off, so you have like a straight edge here and everything else kind of smoky. But I already have my foundation on, so tape method won't work here. I'm just adding a bit more of that color to my eye socket and just kind of making everything a little bit cohesive. Told you I was going for a gray smoky eye. All right, gonna grab a bit more of that darker shade, kind of just plop to that center. Lovely. Next, I'm going for that peach. Kind of picked up a lot of product there for the peach, and I'm adding that directly to my brow bone and brow arch, kind of just packing it on, tapping it in place. This is an absolutely gorgeous and perfect highlighter shade for this palette. It plays so nicely with the grays. It is peachy, but it has a little bit of that pearly pearlescence. So it's really working for me, and it's definitely feeling very cohesive to me. All right, that looks really good. What do I want to do? I want to do my lower lash line, duh. First things first, I'm gonna grab a clean brush and just clean up the staining from the top lid eyeshadow and kind of just blend that in like that. What I want to do is actually try one of these Essential Eye Kohl pencils. I'm gonna go for the blue sapphire first and add a bit of that to the bottom, outer lower lash line. Then I'm gonna take Wayne Goss's 07 brush, this is the smudger one, smudge the liner like that. And then like so, And I'm also gonna kind of work that into the eyeshadow, like that. Next, I'm just gonna extend that liner out just a bit into that wing. And smudge that, and seal that with a bit more black. Wait, I actually don't think that was the sapphire that I just picked up. I think that was the deep amethyst. Oops, that's okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do now then is take that deep amethyst and line my waterline just like that. This color is really, really striking, and it's not a color that you typically see in eyeliners. I think it's actually very, very interesting. I'm gonna see if I can actually use this pencil to line my top lash line, just to see how this pencil glides over the eyeshadow. Oh, and so far it's delivering. Wow, this is really good. Kind of just blending that in with the eyeshadow, just like that. Bit more blend over here. This is looking rather dramatic. Ooh, I like it. Just thinking I need a bit more black over here on that outer corner. That did it. And now for the fun part. We've made it to the fun part that I've been waiting for this entire video. Yes, the blue. Going to dip my Wayne Goss smudger brush into this blue. Ooh, cat hair. Gonna pack it onto this little brush, and I am going to start adding that to my lower lash line for a much needed starry-eyed effect. Oh my goodness. This is so pretty. Holy crap. And the fact that it glides on with minimal effort is to be noted. So what I like about the shadow is that you can add a little bit just for like a subtle hint of sparkle, or you can literally use it as a liner. I'm doing a bit of both, so I want a bit of sparkle on the lower lash line, like dispersed sparkle, but also I want a concentrated line closer to my lashes. So what I'm doing first is I'm kind of dispersing it, and then I'm also packing it. So I just applied my lashes. I used House of Lashes X Patrick Ta. It's an after party lash. I feel like this was a really good lash for this smoky cat eye shape. The lashes themselves are kind of long, but they're pretty wispy, so you can still see all the smoke through it. It's not really covering up, but rather enhancing it. I feel like that was a good choice. All right, the next thing that I'm gonna do, and I'm almost done, I swear. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this shimmery gray right onto my finger, and I'm going to plop this directly to the center of my lid and kind of just like kiss that center, because I want the center of the lid to pop just a little bit and to catch a glimpse of that light. So I feel like this reflective shade would be really great here. And I'm not gonna go too much over the black or too much over the gray, just staying strictly in the middle. And if I went too far, then I'm just gonna blend it back a bit. Just like that. Eyes are done. Only problem with dark eyeshadow is that your fingers tend to get so dirty, and so does your desk, and so does your room. But damn, a smoky eye is still the fiercest. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab one of these Wet n Wild Hello Halo blush lighters. It's my first time using it, but you may remember these from my drunk unboxing. I thought they were kind of cute looking. They make this packaging impossible to open sometimes. This one is in the shade I Met Someone. Imagine though, I actually told you, guys, no more swatch model, but I met someone. How'd you act? All right, so I'm gonna take this peachy side. I feel like it kind of matches the outer corner here. And I'm gonna add that to just the most protruding part of my cheek. I feel like that was a really good choice because I see the little bit of color that this blush lighter has added. I also see a little bit of highlighting, but it's not like a crazy glow. Man, Wet n Wild does come out with some really great products sometimes. Really, really pretty. Okay, this is good. For the lips, Lunar Beauty Zaya liquid lipstick. Lunar Beauty is my boo Manny MUA's brand, and Zaya is his little dog. This is just the most gorgeous and unexpected color with a smoky eye. It is literally what I was going for. It's fresh, you know, because if I had a cool nude, it would just be a little too cool. But now it's kind of playing up the yellow in my hair, and it's working with my eye color, and everything just looks very cohesive. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take my floss highlighter that I've been liking a lot lately. I'm gonna do that thing that I've been liking a lot lately, which is basically highlight this section here. It's like that super soft area right between your cheekbone and your eye. Just add such a nice, subtle little nuance to the look. I mean, everything is working together. Even my sleeves are the color of my waterline. I swear I didn't plan this. All right, so that is the final look using Wayne Goss Pearl Moonstone Luxury Eye Palette. I am obsessed with my eye makeup. I feel like it's very smoky, very wearable, but also editorial at the same time. I really like the color of the smoky eye. It's not just like your typical black or brown smoky eye. It's cooler. It's a little bit more sophisticated. It's a little bit more unexpected with the shimmery lower lash line. And I gotta say, I am really feeling myself lately with my makeup skills. I don't know what's gotten into me, and this one is definitely one of my faves. The palette was absolutely a dream to use, I gotta admit. At $55, I think this palette is actually really worth the price. Pans are huge. You get a lot of color payoff. The colors are super easy to pack on, really easy to blend out, great to blend into each other. I feel like this color story is very interesting. It's not something that's been done before, but it's a direction that we've been seeing makeup trends heading into. Just a cooler, calmer color story is more interesting and just more fresh for 2020 and definitely for 2021. So with that said, I absolutely recommend this Wayne Goss palette. This is a hit for me, you guys. It's a big hit. And I love these two pencils, especially the Unexpected Deep Amethyst. This one that I used in the waterline is such a unique shade of purple that I don't often come across, and it just made me feel a little bit unique. And whenever that happens, I'm always here for it. So that is my story. That is my verdict. Those are my 2 cents, and I'm sticking to them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see next. For now, I am zooming on out so that you can check out my other videos, one that you may like, and my most recent video that you may not have seen. So click on it. All right, I love you guys. See you soon.